In the northwest says the fire that ravaged the Station Road complex in Mahikeng could have been contained had workers been equipped with working equipment. According to the union, firefighters battled to contain the fire because hydrants were damaged and faulty fire trucks were unable to pump water. Several shops were gutted. So let's cross over to our reporter, Setleeng Lehihi, for an update. Setleeng, a very, very good morning to you. And after quite a busy day yesterday for you out there, we can see that it's just the buildings are gutted behind you.
Morning, Leanne and our viewers. Most certainly the aftermath of yesterday's disaster, an unanticipated fire that ravaged over 5 shops here at the Station Road complex here in the northwest capital, Mahikeng. We had not anticipated these scenes early last morning when we actually went to work. We saw a cloud of smoke that was, unanticipated and unexpected. Having arrived here, gangs of people were here, some waiting for an opportunity to loot the shops that was ravaged by fire. We had a large contingency of police that is still remaining posted here to ensure that no chancers actually get an opportunity to loot any of these shops.
Were any of the shops actually looted yesterday? I mean, we saw you and your camera person doing an unbelievable job yesterday in capturing people running towards the shops and then, of course, running away. In terms of looting, do you know if anybody actually succeeded in doing it?
I think, thankful to the police, hard-working and immediate reaction, no shops were looted following this fire. We saw, like you said, a large number of people out here, just waiting for that opportunity to loot. It was actually by chance that we got those shots. We had just been waiting there, doing a little piece to camera and just, trying to send something to studio. And just in seconds before we could know it, the people started running towards the shops and trying to loot there, and the police just reacted swiftly and fastly, engaging their rubber bullets to try to disperse the crowds.
Yeah, well, we have to commend you for capturing that, and just tell us what is the camera person's name, because we need to also give him accolades for doing a great job in actually managing to keep up with you and everything that was happening at the same time. Who's your camera person?
I must say that I work with exceptionally gifted men as my photojournalist. Today, currently, I'm working with Rejoice Moses. He was also there yesterday. But I must say all respect and props to Mr. Zolani Alexander. He was the man, in fact, who took the shots that made the headlines yesterday. He, in fact, directed me exceptionally, telling me exactly what to do. It was a very shaky kind of scene, but I must commend Zolani Alexander for the exceptional work he's done.
Setleeng, we commend both of you. Before I let you go, the very big story that we tend to be ignoring here because we're focusing very much so on the looting and everything that else happened, but we are talking to the fact, and this is a reality, is that the SAMWU are saying that this fire it should never have happened, but due to faulty equipment, faulty fire hydrants, and these are things that they rely on, they couldn't contain this fire, hence the destruction we're seeing behind you.
Most certainly, SAMWU has been speaking outrightly about the lack of capacity in our fire and emergency rescue services. They've been talking about this for quite a while. If you look back at our past in Mahikeng, we've seen SAMWU actually engage in quite a number of strikes to bring to light the challenges that municipal workers are facing, particularly the resources that they have at hand to perform their duties. They've spoken outrightly in many months before we got to this situation that a lot needs to be done to look at the capacity in our emergency rescue services, not only personnel capacity but the capacity of the resources, to ensure that they're adequate enough to deal with such disasters. They're saying, in fact, this should never have happened. This should have been contained before it even spread to this degree. So this is actually a note to the municipality that something must be done before we see more eventualities such as this.
Again, sorry, one final question, Setleeng, before you go. Do we know what actually caused this fire?
Pardon, Leanne, I didn't quite get that.
Do we know what caused the fire as yet?
Currently, it has not been ascertained as to what caused the fire. You know, there are right now word being said that the fire may have been caused by an electrical fault, but this has not been confirmed, in fact. But as you can see, police are here. They're trying their very best to go into the scene in here and try to ascertain and investigate what exactly could have caused the fire and the true extent of this blaze.
All right, Setleeng Lehihi, thanks so much for the great work that you and your team are doing there in the Northwest. Our star reporter out in Mahikeng talking to us about that fire that came out yesterday and damaged many shops there. And some were blaming it on the faulty equipment and those fire hydrants that were not working at the time.